everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time doing another Spidey-tember episode review, and this one is on the second episode of Spider-Man the Animated Series, The Spider Slayers. Now, as you know, with this Spider-Man DVD being from the UK, some of the episodes from episode 1 have been mixed up a little bit, so I'm mainly sticking with the episode air date schedule, because, it's a bit more easy to follow, and you can kind of see where they were trying to put with some of the characters. So, episode 2, The Spider Slayers, is meant to feature how Norman Osborn hires Spencer Smythe to help capture Spider-Man, and we kind of see how Spencer Smythe wants to do everything he can to make sure Spider-Man's captured, but also is only doing it so in exchange can help build a hover chair for his son Alistair. And I think the relationship between Spencer and Alistair feels to me what a real father and son relationship is, because you can tell Spencer wants to do everything in his power to make up for what happened to Alistair, and you can tell Spencer's not really evil, he's just trying to do the wrong things for the right reasons. And you can tell Alistair is quite loyal to his father, and even defends him against Norman Osborn calling him out. And I think for the most part, I think the Spider Slayer ideas aren't that bad, but I think it's the same stuff we've seen before, giant robots. I would always love to have seen something a little bit similar to the Cyberling Quay and also the Cybermen from Doctor Who. I always like to see a Spider Slayer, Cyberling Quay, Cyberman-like robot. And I think Marvel can do that. I just think it's a shame we've never really gotten it. So throughout the episode, we do see how, Peter Parker is tasked by Jameson to take pictures during a charity event, but we also see how Flash Thompson dresses up as Spider-Man, and this is going to lead to a sort of mix-up fiasco, and it's going to cause Peter Parker to save the day, and we kind of see where some of the characters are going to be playing the sort of role throughout the episodes of Season 1. And I think for the most part, I think some of the casting isn't too bad. I think Jennifer Hale is a good choice for Felicia Hardy, because she does sound like this kind of bit of a snob, but at the same time is kind of like this girlfriend who does get annoyed with Flash's irresponsible and selfish behaviour. And I also do think, the actor who plays Harry, Gary Imhoff, is a good choice, because he plays this a little bit of a wimp, but at the same time only hangs around with Flash to kind of have company. And I think, to me, Neil Ross is a good choice for Norman Osborn, because he does know how to play this businessman who wants to believe he's doing what's right without the effects of how it hurts others. And I think it's also interesting, to have Kingpin as the main focus, as being the main crime boss. I think before the whole Daredevil thing, I can kind of see where the team behind Spider-Man the Animated Series wanted to go with that back, and having Kingpin going back to being a kind of James Bond style villain. And I think, to me, Roscoe Lee Brown is a good choice for Kingpin. He plays this kind of James Bond style villain. He knows how to kind of make deals and promises that he knows what to do with. And I think what's interesting is that, we still see Eddie Brock a bit of a sleazeball, and it's kind of clear that, he kind of jumps at something as an opportunity to prove to Jameson, and we know it's going to backfire horribly. And I think what I like about Eddie Brock here is that, unlike Spectacular Spider-Man, Eddie Brock is quick to make foolish, dumb, stupid, irresponsible decisions, and is always going to blame Spider-Man, because Eddie Brock will jump at any opportunity presented to him. I think, Spectacular Spider-Man Eddie Brock had a bit of a moral code, but was quick to call out people for being selfish and inconsiderate. Well, Eddie Brock in this series is the opposite from what he is. And I kind of think it's interesting that, yeah, by the end of the episode, we are going to see Alistair Smythe join forces with Kingpin, and throughout near the end, where he'll become the Ultimate Spider Slayer, is where he will join forces to get revenge on Spider-Man. And the thing about Kingpin, he will see any opportunity presented to him, and will use it to his advantage. I think, well, yeah, it's not a great episode. It kind of sets up to where the status quo for some of the episodes are going to be. And yeah, we also do see Aunt May trying to set Peter Parker up with Mary Jane, which was always that kind of thing throughout the older comics. That was always that kind of running theme, which Peter would always avoid. So I think this episode definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Well, it's not the best, not the greatest. You can really tell they were trying to put in what they could, deciding what characters to use, but I think they still pulled it off. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.